Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya akan menceritakan tentang budaya saya. My culture is Rejang culture. I am very proud of this runaway culture because Rejang culture has very good custom and habits than the cultures in other areas. For example, selling people who are older than us is not the same as selling people of the same age or its younger than us, while in other care as it is calls our parents calling you, even though it is old and young, while Rajang culture calls you, change to kumu. To call people who are older than us, people in this Rajang area are very friendly and care for others. As well, what makes this Rajang culture different from other culture is its very strong cooperation activities and still survive today. For example, there are people who marry, left the world pray, that's all people. Crowds of helping people who have uneven at all. They come tense or other disnote that the care of the region people and their mutual cooperation is very great. Visit if you want, and even you have to invite people to help with things and help with other things. The language of the Rejang is very unique and very difficult for people outside the Rejang area to master it. There are people who have lived years in Rejang but they cannot try speaking Rejang because of what words and are very difficult to imitate. In the language of Rejang, there is a wrong accent, while in other culture it is a wrong accent. So the meaning remains the same. This distinctions culture. Rejang food and drink also makes me proud. For the food, as far Rejang area is very different because it is tastes unique and very delicious, which is famous for it is delicious. There are many of them. Lemah, tempoyak, and pindang curd, which are very different from other regions. Their foods are very well known in various areas outside the region, but the taste is very different from the dishes there. For example, lemah or young bamboo that has been sliced into small other areas that make it unpleasant, sour for guests. say this like will other people don't make it very good. It can our affect if we talk about drinks. Rajang is not famous as food, but that doesn't mean there aren't enough drinks to when the coffee really delicious. Maybe the coffee here has a nice smell in the Rejang area. The forest areas are very. There can also be many fruits that are proficient in tutors such as Taslook Place of Dutch Heritage City. Waitek and many other flora and fauna which are very unique and mostly only exist in the Rejang area. For example, the reflex flower, rafflesia flower, or the largest flower, and many animals are unique and rare, but even though they are rare and in the other areas, rare animals are usually very wild. Well, the Rejang area is an animal base are very tame and easy to find. For example, gibbons, the value of this Rejang people or their beliefs is very much like the mountain of sacred place. There is also a thanksgiving after the harvest here me first to the dead. We just have to say excuse me. If don't say excuse me, we will be exposed to a drum or Arabic or a warning from the guardian of that place to be more people if we want to enter a sacred place. There is also a belief about Kodurai Apam if it is masam gratitude to the land and ancestor who have given then crops talking, who is very famous for this rice band because of his abundance usually according to people who enter newspapers or that Thanksgiving for the following years. There will be many famous who fail to harvest or have a failed rice place. That catching this tradition, especially Rejang people who saw that they just hung it was a bad thing that there about be a disaster that all people there's in the village who saw it but not next lovely. The people who saw it most other who were experiencing disasters such as accidents that kill many people because of nature is strength. Even usually Rejang people when people see a hungry that they find a ritual or ceremony in a place where the person sees many who want to see the figure not yet hanged, but now they are not performed the ceremony. Like in the past, maybe because of the times and many people who understand about religion, and also their beliefs are very often discussed by the Rejang community, not just living but explained by concrete evidence. That is don't make the animals in the forest different. That means, for example, we cut off this ledge and then we base or cut off the bird's wings and the animal drying nose so they can eat. There are stories and evidence that is we do this it's our were wants to give birth to a child. This is especially for the Curug area allowed to climb the Kaba hill. This method is very much believed by the community, and no one dares to violate it. There are many stories from the community that tell of Curug people who dare to climb the Kaaba. A lot of people get hurt. Therefore, this very much to be forbidden. Very strong rage in this region about hills and that hill of the labs, the hill of the labs. We also see from afar as if it is very high, and if we want to go there, we have to climb the left hill. Even though there is no cliff, there is only the road. According to this hill very often makes people or hunters get lost, even though they go the wheel every week, but still get lost on the left hill. This penetrates into a very wanted place that is by many people, such as the skin color, like which is very strong. Only on certain days we can see that beautiful colors of the lake, and only lucky people can see it. And there is a hot spring that can cure various skin diseases. It is highly believed by Rejang people that not spring can cure various skin diseases.